Hi, how are you? Matt Watson here from CarWow. So I'm sat in a Mark 1 Porsche Cayenne Turbo. Next to me is a Mark 2 Porsche Cayenne Turbo S. And next to that is a Mark 3 Porsche Cayenne Turbo S e-hybrid. And we're going to have a drag race to see how the performance of Porsche Cayennes has changed over the years. Let me tell you about this Mark 1. It was launched back in 2002 and it had a 4.5, but it still has actually, they haven't taken it out. It has a 4.5 litre twin turbo V8 with 450 horsepower and 620 Newton meters of torque, driving all four wheels via a 6-speed automatic gearbox. Weighs in at 2.3 tonnes, and when it was new, it was £80,000. The Mark 2 generation Porsche Cayenne Turbo was introduced in 2010. That's actually a 2016 car. It's the facelift, and being the Turbo S, it has more power. So it's 4.8 litre twin turbo, puts out 570 horsepower and 800 Newton meters of torque. It's got an 8-speed automatic gearbox, and it's slightly lighter than this older car for some reason. Comes in at 2.2 tonnes. New, that car was £107,000. Then we come to the latest generation, the Mark 3, which was introduced in 2019. So that Turbo SE hybrid has a 4-litre twin turbo V8 mated to an electric motor, and combined it has 680 horsepower and 900 Newton meters of torque. It's also got an 8-speed automatic gearbox, driving all four wheels. Because of all the battery tech, it's quite heavy. It weighs in at 2.4 tonnes. Now before we race, let's just say hello to the driver of the Mark 2 Cayenne.
Hi Yanni, how are you?
Hi Matt, feeling nice and toasty in here because it's freezing outside.
Yeah, you're right. The poor camera people who film this, you know, they work so hard, and yeah, we're just in the comfort, luxury and warmth of these nice Porsches.
Hashtag true story. Shout out to the camera guys.
So everyone say, shout out to the camera guys in the comments, and the editors who make these videos a lot more fun than they would otherwise be. Anyway, let's go on with this. Buy, sell,
Car Wow.
Now before we race, let's do the customary CarWow sound check. So I'm going to rev up this car. Oh yes. That sounds pretty darn good. Darn. I'm not American. Go on, Jan, you rev up your car. Sounds all right. Not as good as this, but this does have an aftermarket exhaust. And finally, the Mark 3, rev up your engine. The flattest. You can see what's happened as noise regs has come along. Cars sound increasingly less good, or decreasingly good. That's probably the best way to say it. Anyway, now we can race. But before we do, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon. That way you won't miss a single upload. Finally, after all that jibber jabber, we're going to do this. Race time.
3.
I've got a brake boost, no launch control in this car. The other two have it. Oh!
Such a...
Oh, look at them go! Oh my God! Just get absolutely dropped. Wow, I mean, off the line it was okay, but I couldn't brake boost it too much because it wanted to push through its brakes, and that would have been cheating. And you guys had launch control and you shot off neck and neck, Yanni. How long were you level for?
Yeah, this does get off the line well, and then car number 3, he looks over at me and smiles, and he just goes past me after a few seconds.
Ever graceful in defeat, Yanni.
Turbo SE hybrid?
Yeah, Yanni and I were level for all of first gear, and then I just dropped the both of you. Power of electricity, Matt, it is the future. That's what people keep saying.
They do keep saying it, and it is the future, but it's not necessarily the future that everyone wants. So then, what exactly happened? Well, the latest generation of Cayenne won. Surprise, surprise. It completed the standing quarter mile in 11.6 seconds. The previous generation Cayenne finished in 12 seconds, while the original took 13.7 seconds. Okay, now we're going to have a rolling race from 50 miles an hour. The car's in comfort setting and automatic mode for the gearbox. Everybody get level with me. I'll count it in. When we're at 50, first to the half mile wins. Level, 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 level. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, wasn't so bad on the kickdown compared to the others, but off they go. Here comes the half mile. So we're all kind of even. Well, I was even to the Mark II for the first like 10 metres. What was it from your side, Yanni? What do you reckon?
Well, I just had a hare run in front of me and it looked like a baby lamb, quite a big one. Right, what was I saying? Sorry, what was the question again?
I don't know. Something about lambs and I don't know. I've forgotten. I lost, you came second, and the Turbo SE Hybrid was quite a bit ahead of you. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. This is actually very nice. I'll be honest with you, it's quite nice. And even in comfort mode, it's all right.
And Turbo SE Hybrid, just easy win.
It was an easy win, but I mean, I'll give Yanni his dues. I wasn't pulling away from him towards the end, so once I'd stretched a bit of a lead, he was holding on for dear life. He was doing a good job in that car.
So basically, once the benefit of your electric motors, like instant torque, had run out, it was no difference between the two cars. However, I've got a big question for you, more important obviously. Have you got anything to report on like wildlife running across the runway, like baby lambs?
They're actually a big rabbit. Just a couple of pink elephants, you know, nothing really.
Don't mean white elephants, but I don't know. Anyway, let's not talk about the elephant in the room. The fact that this has got a Tiptronic gearbox, which is awful to use. Look with the weird pedals. They're not pedals, they're switches on the steering wheel. Why do they have that? Rubbish. No wonder they adopted the actual pedals at the end of the day. Anyway, enough of that. Let's go on with the race when I'm going to have to use the switches. We're going to have another rolling race from 50 miles an hour, this time in manual mode, sporty settings, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to count it in, get level everyone. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, this picks up good. Oh no, they're gone. And I'm changing gear by pressing a button forwards on the steering wheel rather than pulling a pedal. Gear change now. Stupid that was. Can't believe they did it for so long. I was actually pretty good from the get-go there. It was on boost, it took off. I thought I was in with a chance, and then everyone came past and I was bitterly disappointed.
Yeah, my car changes gear by itself, even though I'm in manual mode. So I know you don't care, but I thought I'd tell you.
It's probably for the best, otherwise you might have left a gear change. You sometimes do that, remember? Missed a gear change.
Oh, why are they not changing gear? Yawn.
Now we're going to have a brake test from 50 miles an hour.
Right, 50 miles an hour, yeah?
This car's brakes have gone. I don't know what's going on with them. So you two have a brake test from 100 miles an hour and I will see you down there somewhere. So go on, off you go, 100 miles an hour, go on, you could do it amongst yourselves. I'll just watch from afar and I'll come past and see who won. Now, if you'd rather watch another drag race...
Get with me, get with me.
In line, get with me, in line, 100 miles an hour. When the road changes, make sure you hit the brake, okay? Get with me, you ready? Okay, I'm gonna put my mic down now.
Now, if you'd rather watch another drag race with some Porsche 911s, click on the pop-out banner there, or the link in the description below.
So what you can see there, the new hybrid model beat this car and Matt was nowhere to be seen. If you enjoyed these videos, click here.
I'm very pleased to finally arrive here and see that you lost, Yanni. I'm very pleased about that.
Oh, it was just you for the last few minutes. It was actually very enjoyable.
Now, I'd like to say big thanks to the guys who've sorted us out with these cars for drag racing. So the owner of this Cayenne and the owner of the Mark II Cayenne as well. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. If you could go give them some love on their Instagram accounts or their YouTube accounts, that'd be absolutely brilliant.